My mic was muted. And it told me this time. Oh my God, that's so nice. So this is an impromptu. Actually, I need to share this. I need to share this live. Um, so let me do that. And I'm going to drop the link in the chat. Let me make sure I can be heard. And I'm going to drop, I can be heard. The link in the chat in case anyone wants to come up later and let me know, wants to talk about how they feel about all this. This is a lot. So Donat is back. Um, from the looks of it, he's never left. So I'll show that. Yeah, let me show that. While I'm waiting for a person or two to get in here. I'll put it over here. This is insane. Why would you come up over there? Oh, but I'm not sharing that screen yet, anybody. Thank you for joining me. So Donat is back, I was saying, and he actually never left from the looks of this channel. Let's see. I can't even believe it. You know what? I'm not. I know what to do. And so basically, oh my gosh, there's about 3 points that I just want to make. Guys, thank you for joining me. So let me see here. So this is the post. I'm not going to actually go to his channel. This is what I'll do first. So we're going to react to Armon Wiggins showing up to Wiley. First of all, let me say that I'm so happy for Wiley. I'm very excited for him. Wiley, like literally, while he was on the channel on Creator T saying how that's like one of his dreams, to like podcast with Armon. So when I saw him like with Armon, that was like literally witnessing somebody's dream come true in real life. So that, that really meant something to me. Like that was really monumental for me. Let me see. So let me share this. That was amazing. So shout out to the Wiley Show. You are the best. You are so lit now for that. What are these? Because I have like sounds. I love you, Wiley. So basically, while I was waiting for people, all right, there's enough people in here now. So I just want to show you guys that Donat is totally back, and this is his channel at Donat POV Clips. Now I don't know if he's ever left, so I don't know if this is. It does look fairly new, but he just he can't stop talking about it. He cannot. This is very see, because while I was watching, here's the thing that I kind of wanted to remind Donat. Before all of this happened, like the court thing, you were demanding that Armon goes on his channel and acknowledges you and gives an apology to you for saying that he wants to beat you up. And that was your thing at first. And then you also said that you kind of, I don't know if you made it slip or you're just like whatever. You like I want some of that check. I want that check. That's what only thing Armon got that I want is that federal check. You said that. So it's like the intent inside of you. It's like the intent behind all this. That's gonna really. So first of all, the way you're going about getting any kind of money matters. And if you're saying like you're focusing on a particular person and they're like, I don't even understand why we have to talk about this. You know what I mean? This is just so weird. So we'll just catch up. We'll just catch up and we'll counsel throughout reacting, because that'll probably be the best thing that you can probably understand, because I'm concerned. I do a lot of shucking and jiving, but and I have like I did this thing with this website that I started like years ago when I was talking about Siesta Key. Shout out to Siesta Key. Shout out to Siesta Key. Damn it, man. I like those hand claps. Shout out to CSP. And I actually got acknowledged by those guys too on Twitter and everything. They were like, "Oh, what are we doing? Breaking the fourth wall?" And then I got scared, so I just stopped talking about the show. Yeah. So yeah, because Hollywood's wicked. But anyways, so what the fuck was I saying? But I got lost. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have looked at it. I can't focus on if people are like watching because then that makes me like nervous. So anyways, we're just gonna react to this then I'll get back on track.
You went through a court battle, with Denied, and it came out you victory. 2 years he can't discuss you. And wait a minute, you got a box of donuts?
Oh,
look at how happy Wiley is. Oh wait, let me make sure that the sounds are echoing anything.
Oh, did you see my trainer's gonna kill me, Wiley? But you know, oh my God, I just.
Oh, is that Krispy Kreme?
I'm munching on a donut.
Oh my God!
Do you want a donut, Wiley?
Of course, I want me.
Wiley.
Yes. I want me a dozen, to be honest.
You damage.
Wow.
Wiley.
I should have had some last some last.
Oh my God.
How are you?
You got a nap? I'm doing well. I was worried, and we talked. He was like, "Wow, I think you're worried. You're nervous."
Oh, that's what I was saying. It's back. I'm back now. I remember now. So basically, I have a website, and I was I was talking about the show. CS, let me make sure I can be heard still because I'm not on the thing. Oh yeah, I was talking about Siesta Key, this show that used to come on MTV or whatever. And so I did post about Siesta Key. So I decided to do a post about Wiley. This is when Wiley was like being like, obsessed with Armon. He was going about it the wrong way. And I did a post about Wiley being obsessed with Armon and everything. And then it turns out, and then literally, this is really weird because then Donat comes along around this time. And so he's actually at the end of the article thing that I do on the website. And then I'm like, well, who is it going to be? Is it going to be Donut? Is it going to be, Wiley? And then it turns out that, Wiley actually just has like a natural affinity for Armon, like a healthy, you know what I'm saying? Like he's fanatical about him, but he's a fan, like he loves Armon. So it's different, and so I was wrong. I was actually wrong, but I was sensing that something was wrong and something was brewing in the situation. And then it did. That did come to like a head and everything. But then this guy, it was actually Donut. So that is the point of concern. Is I feel like at this point, it was really good that Armon got the restraining order. And Donut, if you're watching, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to show you why. You literally say why. And if you were if I don't understand, a lot of people don't do this though, but if you can put yourself in someone's shoes, if you're able to put yourself in someone else's shoes, then you can kind of see the world better, and at least at a for what it actually is, because this is scary for someone's son. It's actually scary for someone's son, scary for someone's brother. And that's the truth of it all. So yeah, let's go ahead and see about Donut. Armon celebrating his big win against Donut, says he won the restraining order. And then Wiley being so happy about his big win, having Armon on the show. This is so cool.
Because I was up all watching.
And this is a reaction video. Thank you for joining me. You can The Wiley Show at The Wiley Show is the full interview is there. And yeah, I don't know if Armon has anything on his channel about it.
Not crash out. Because he was like, is he cussing out the judge? Like, because he said y'all first had a white judge, and then y'all had
Wiley's mic.
And he accused the black judge,
I think his whole stream was messed up a little bit,
of having a relationship with your attorney. And he was going at it. And then he said your attorney said that did not call
Wiley, let me just get to it.
Okay.
No, I posted with my
2 years restrained.
Okay.
Stay away from me. 100 yards at any time.
Happy
If I'm somewhere
Saturday,
you see
Darcy
me, get out of here.
Darcy Sauce.
Wow.
Hold up.
You also
Darcy Sauce in the building. Chill. Okay. Shout out to Darcy Sauce.
can't text me, can't tweet me, can't disparage me, can't mention me on your YouTube, your Discord, your Twitch, your Twitter. And if you do, you will be reported to the authorities and arrested.
And so he
Also, the legal fees upwards between $40,000 and $80,000 that you have incurred me because you filed all these frivolous motions to sensationalize a win for your audience and some of these people, these other ops that you thought that you were going to have, like ex-friends of mine that you thought were going to testify against me. Perhaps maybe they're going to help you pay those legal fees while they try to show up to court like the weird ass ops that they are. But let me tell you something. None of you hoes will be ever. And let me tell you something, ho, specifically, bitch, you'll never be able to beat me. So you'll always be mad somewhere looking in the background hoping for a loss. Bitch, catch up. Your girlfriend lost. Run me my money.
And so that's gonna be that's an issue. So you can see that that's a point of contention for Armon. That cost him a lot of money. He's, I don't think he's ever going to get it back from Donat because Donat is saying basically he's chasing Armon's check. And it's kind of clear if he keeps on starting this YouTube channel, this is wild. We're going to get there, hopefully. I'm going to try my best. I'll probably be having to get up like a few times once like my family comes home. I got, you guys, I told you my son's autistic and I homeschool him. So like I'm in like high demand and I do all the cooking. So like, yeah. But like, yeah, this is bad. So Armon is really frustrated. So something about $80,000. Did Armon spend $80,000 on lawyers trying to like substantiate a restraining order? Because if that's the case, we know that something is seriously wrong with our legal system. I mean, we're looking at good for Wiley and Armon's healthy friendship, right? Yeah, that's true though, Darcy. Yeah, that's true because it's to a place where it is healthy now, and that is that's what I'm saying. It's like a triumph, and it's something to watch. Again, I'm very happy for Wiley to see that his dream come true. And also, Armon, all people need someone that's like really like actually cares about them on their side, and someone that the Lord favors. And as I look at the Wiley show's life, I can see the favor of the Lord on him. It's everyone has like more correcting and fine tuning that they need to do in order to see like it's gonna come into the full light. And so but he does have and so to have someone like that rooting for Armon really has the gift, which is Wiley, so one day hopefully he'll figure that out, and then that's going to be a whole nother thing to see. That'll be very beautiful. So in any event, a lot of money has been spent, and it goes to show, I mean, and when you're looking at people being taken, I literally, it took me a little while to even come on because shout out to the Midas Touch, because this is gaslit news. So like I originally started talking about the news, like I was like, oh, I need to be kind of like more what's going on with politics, because I kind of thought like Trump was like this funny guy, and then it turns out none of this ish is funny. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? It's like real horror story now. And so that guy came up, the Midas Touch, and I almost couldn't come on because I was literally being brought down. I was like so sad. Watching them I can't. It's just so, you know what I mean? Someone's like, ugh. So they're like, call on Jesus, please bring me out of this, you know. And so, you know, and that's in case you don't know what I'm grabbing on. Yes, because that was a lot. So in any event, I was like, and I gotta do this live stream, and so that was really sad. So in any event, I'm saying all that to say that Armon, I don't think you're gonna get any bit of your $8,000 back. And I do think that's really wrong that you had to spend that much money on getting a civil restraining order. That's really, really, I don't even know what to say to the failure of the justice system when that happens. I cannot even believe that there's a place in America where you would even have to spend $80. That's insane. That's insane. And I'm sorry to hear that. And saying all that to say, do not. You are never. You're like, so we'll get when we start reacting to Donut's part, it's like they did railroad you. Yeah, they did. And again, it's strange how you can say that, you know, you're a Trump supporter and you see how, and you know so much about the law, so you kind of got to know that this is a violation of rights on many levels. You know that what you know your whole party is for, right? Because you said you're supporting him, but then you're like surprised when you're railroaded in court, when even you see it, you see the play. You said you see the play, so you have to see the play at large here in the U.S. of A. Right? So that's strange that you would even be shocked or surprised, and to think that you would ever come out on any kind of a thing. See, because I'm thinking that you're not going to win against Armon in any kind of way because of the intent of heart behind it. Your goal should be to win in life. It should be in life. It should not have stopped at this YouTube or stopped at Armon, and then you're back at YouTube and you're moving backwards. You move backwards. You know, that demon is on you. And you know, it's sad. It's sad. It's sad. It's sad. I can't cover you in the blood of Jesus. That's something you're going to have to do and proclaim for yourself. And I was watching our interaction back, and I was like, man, you know, I did say that, but that's not really for me to say. That's for me to know, but it is for him to proclaim in order for it all to come together for him. So yeah, it's not going to work because your intent is not in the right place as it pertains to that situation. You have to let the situation go because you are already currently in a legal battle for your literal freedom when they like rearrested you. So you should by all rationale and all healthy thoughts and belief systems, whatever they are, if it is pro donut, then it should be moving on away from this whole Armon Wiggins subject. It really has to be, and definitely moving on from YouTube, because this is what we know as, I always have to say so-called Black people, because as far as I know, I'm a Native American, and I do know that I'm of two tribes, and I think there's like more than that. And I mean, there's no such a place called Black land, right? So I have to say so-called Black people. As so-called Black people, we know firsthand that it's no fun being in places where we're not wanted, right? So we can't, you know what I mean? Like we're taught not to be where we're not wanted. We're taught not to go out of town without money, have your own money. You know what I mean? Like there's things that, you know. So why keep returning to YouTube if they have shut your channel down on more than one occasion? This means one thing. I think that when you were able to get on YouTube again and, you know, circumvent the first time, if you would have just done that and then not try to take them to court, I mean, because it's like one thing to be somewhere where someone says, hey, you're gone, we don't want you here. And I'm talking about YouTube. And then it's another thing to come back there and then say, hey, I want money, man. For the first time you said I couldn't be on your platform. Ugh. You know what I mean? So it's just, so in that action alone, it's looking like you have obsessive, compulsive behaviors, darling. I won't say disorder because that means I'm diagnosing you, and I'm not doing that. That's absolutely, that's completely preposterous. I won't do a thing like that. But you know why? You know what I've never wanted to do? I'm going to tell you guys something. I've never wanted to do this. I've never wanted to. Where is it? Is it in there? Oh, this is what. I've never wanted to do this. I promise you, I've never wanted to do this in my life. Because I don't want anyone to look and say, oh, now I know. Now I recognize you. But guess what? I'm not going to return back there clinically, so I don't care. This is what I've never wanted to do, darling. I've never wanted to actually diagnose any of you formally because I don't have any formal training. Not in the head, not there. But I have seen enough people in that field to know that to recognize behaviors. And I could totally have come with that whole spiel, right? But I don't play around with things of such nature, darling. I don't want to be a person. Yes, he's totally doing that. So, and then this is real. This is actually real. This is actually real. And it cost me quite a bit because you want to really hear the heartbeat in any event. So when I am like speaking, like I'm speaking from the heart, but I'm also speaking from experience with like dealing with people. And I'm also speaking from experience with coming closer to Jesus Christ. That is important. All right, let's continue.
And shut your mouth. Give me 100 yards, bitch. Now, guess I know you didn't think that was gonna happen when you popped up on Zoom.
Yeah, he definitely. Your former
Wiley.
associate friend popped up on Zoom. Let's be clear. When he called him from jail, he couldn't raise no money. He was like, "Y'all donate to me so I can go to Florida, so I can go out of town." Quite interesting. And when you said that he was there at the court, I was like, "Wow, that's quite strange." He showed up on Zoom, like trying to take you down. That's pure jealousy. This is someone that you grew.
I don't have the money right now, but when I get the money, I am going to Cash App Wiley. I'm going to Cash App Wiley and specifically say new mic. And Wiley, if you do not get a new mic, I'm going to be pissed. I don't have the money right now. I'm totally broke. You have no idea. I'm not broke. I rebuke that in the name of Jesus Christ. And for sure, I'm not broken. But yeah. Times are really, really hard, really rough.
Grew up with. It's someone that you know for a long time.
I don't want to talk about her.
Dash at me, and then half of that will send toward Wiley. I think I have this. It should be on my headline. Let me see. There it is. There it is.
She's not worth it. I just want to let her know, bitch, you always on the wrong side. You always on the losing team, bitch. That's where you'll stay. You'll die on the losing side, ho. She's not worth it. I just want to let her know, bitch, you always on the wrong side. You always on.
So I go out of town. Quite interesting. And when you said that he was there at the court, I was like, wow, that's quite strange. He showed up on Zoom, like trying to take you down. That's pure jealousy. This is someone that you grew up with. It's someone that you know for a long time.
I don't want to talk about her. She's not worth it. I just want to let her know, bitch, you always on the wrong side. You always on the losing team, bitch. That's where you'll stay. You'll die on the losing side, ho.
So
thought you was gonna op up and catch a W, bitch.
I was like rewinding it because I was trying to figure out who is he talking about. Like I got rewind trying to figure out did Wiley ever like say who in fact Armon was talking about? Maybe my mic should be here. I don't know. But anyway, oh, this is cool because that one stereo speaker is why it was like doing a double. Oh, okay. But anyways, yeah, I was trying to figure out who Armon was talking about, and he was talking about Official King Pain, I'm pretty sure, because he was like, because the fact that Wiley brought up the fact that they like grew up together, or whatever the case may be. Yeah, so you know what, guys, though, none of that kind of stuff matters. What matters is what's inside of the person. If the person is morally corrupt, then they're morally corrupt. If you do dirt with the person, you know what I'm saying, and all of a sudden you're growing in life to a point or whatever situation where you don't want to do dirt anymore, but that's your friend. You got to understand that, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes, And I mean, I would say all times in life, especially when you're changing, you're growing, you're going to have to change persons, places, and things. I mean, that's been said over and over again long ago, darling. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, things grow. Not all of the plants grow. You know, wheat, you know, weeds also grow with flowers. So those things have to be plucked and picked. That's just how that goes.
The only W you got is in your motherfucking face. When them girls beat you up,
Oh, look at
ho.
the blue. Show
Goo.
Wow.
Bitch.
Wow, that was cool, Wiley.
Now, let's talk about this W.
Okay. Also, cash at me and I'll cash out Wiley or cash out Wiley for a blue light. That was really cool. Wiley needs a big blue light behind him. That was really cool. And a new mic. Blue light, new mic for Wiley. Yeah.
The real one. He sat online and trashed me for years, attacked me, stalked me,
Friends for different seasons. There you go.
berated me, stalked my family. It got to a point, Wiley, I never wanted to be in litigation. I never wanted to be attached. But what I realized from this individual, all he wanted was proximity to me, to be
Yeah.
friends with me, to think that we're in some sort of competition. I'm not. I never even wanted to go this route.
I'm so sorry.
The thing is this, every time this
I'm so sorry. I 100% believe this. I've looked at this side. I've looked at that side, back and forth, back and forth. I've looked at both sides. And yeah, being neutral, I can make like a sound decision, right? And a judgment on the situation. And I do feel like, yeah, I do feel like that. I feel like people need to understand, like, Armon has the right to say who he wants to be in his life and who he doesn't. It's just as simple as that. And if he did say, yeah, he want to beat you up, Donut, so what? He doesn't owe it to you to say on, you know, come on, man. You know this is crazy. Like, you know this is crazy. And that's just sad. It's just sad. You can't force, you can't manipulate things. You just can't do that. And this is the problem in real life. People try to play God, and then God steps in because God's never left, and you forgot that like your actual homes don't have ceilings on them. That's not what's happening. That's not what's happening, bro. That's not what's happening. And you can say this and you can say this and you can say that, but like you cannot stop what people see. Like it doesn't matter. Like, and so you know what? Let me just move on because like it's starting to make sense more and more what you proclaimed as far as, you know, what you're supporting now. And I just kind of think that this is just wild. I really feel sorry for Armon.
This man sees me, he runs back online and talks about it. I don't do that. And he makes up lies. He was lying. He said I offered him cocaine with Bobby Lights. Lied. Said I hit him in the face. I drove him in a car. I mean, he would just lie and say a bunch of things. There was many things that this man did to me that I never mentioned. Damn near tried to kiss me. I never put that out.
And I think Donut said that he tried to kiss him. But here's the thing. This is the reason why I'm believing Armon, because why is Donut back on YouTube? Why is he fighting a restraining order? Well, you can just stay away from that man. 100 yards is not that far away. You guys can still, it's not that important to you, bro. Like things can happen. You can't predict tomorrow. God forbid something happens to you and you would die in this posture. That's what you're worrying about? Fighting against a person that's saying that they want space from you.
Now trying to kiss you. Wow.
This makes me so.
The day of the picture, I said, did you try to kiss me? I never put that out. But I'm here today.
No, I didn't.
A winner. See, the difference between me and Milagro-grams and Tasha K. So when I go to court, I'm usually the plaintiff and the winner.
Today's actually my birthday.
You win, yes. Mm-hmm.
This is the difference. I don't need their advice. They go to court and defend themselves, all to lose.
He is so crazy. You're so crazy. So let's be clear. I don't think that those situations, I don't think that situation is comparable. I don't think you can compare Milagro going to court against Megan Thee Stallion with you going to court to get a restraining. First of all, let's be clear. You were served an injustice. California should be ashamed of themselves. I can't even believe you had to get a lawyer, bro. That's sad. But whatever you had to do, I mean, you got it done. It's just sad. It's sad. You should have never even, that is just.
I go to court to set a standard that I'm not a game.
Yeah.
I'm nothing to be played with, Wiley.
You have to go back to court right anytime soon.
No.
Go ahead. Any questions specifically you have for me?
Do you feel that he will be able to pay your legal fees back? Do he have the money to pay you back?
This is not my concern.
This is not my concern. You stupid.
For all, like, so your whole deal is you harass me, I will take you to
Armon
court. So that's on the table. So
you had into like a movie deal or something with TV, Armon. You're gonna play like a are you gonna play the genie? You're gonna play a genie? Like, this is not my concern. I'm only here for this. I am Shakrabuna Habadabadaba. Wow, you're so.
Someone constantly come out
like
you,
so much
dox your
personality,
family,
Armon.
and all of that. You will take it.
It's not. No, I think what this situation was, I felt like this person was unhinged mentally.
I think that's a thing that it seems like Donut just kind of can't really accept, which is totally fine. You know, people like different people for different things. You know, like like I said, I don't watch Armon's channel anymore. You know, so, I think he's talented and all that, but I don't watch. You know, I watched when he was doing the Wendy Williams thing, and that's how I found about him and all this stuff. And then I found Wiley, and I still watch Wiley. You know, and I literally, Wiley's show is a bit different. Wiley's not as wild and crazy as he used to be, so that kind of is gone. But I care about the Wiley show now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I care about what happens to Wiley, and I want to see Wiley win. You know what I mean? And so, yeah, I still watch, you know, keeping tabs up with Wiley, you know. But people, so that's my reason for watching Wiley, you know, and Armon has his crowd, you know. So it's like something's wrong with an individual that tries to tell you not to enjoy any part of your life. Like, it's your life. So if you want to watch this, then you want to watch this. That's what your Wi-Fi pays for. That's what your Wi-Fi pays for. That's what your eyes are looking at. You know what I'm saying? And that's the kind of thing I don't like with all of you. It's like, you know, if you're, that's why I was like, I'm just not going to be in anybody's chat anymore, period. Which is fine. It's not that important to me anyway. I've got other things to do, but I'm going to watch what I want to watch. But because people may feel like, you know, oh, you're here, you're there. What the heck is anybody? Nobody's even donating. If anybody, Victoria Harpington can tell me, she could tell me, like, yeah, I don't want to see you in this person's chat. I'll let her say that. I'll let her. She can say that. All right. But nobody else. You know what I mean? Because she's literally donated before. So she can, I owe her one channel that she can tell me I can't be in. You know what I mean? Chat. But I just decided that I'm not going to do that anymore, but I'm definitely going to be blowing my hearts when I do the heart. Y'all know that's me. You know what I mean? And sometimes I might put a flame. Not versus Armon have court date. Wow. Again. So he's not letting it go. That's literally what I was going to put on the thumbnail, that this is not over. Which is
they were going state to state, and they wanted to be in a tiff with me. And it was like, girl, we don't have a relationship. We don't have a tiff. Even today in court, he did a mental breakdown cry. It was like a crazy cry.
What?
He cried and walked off and ran off.
A crazy
I'm like, oh, here's that crazy. You can see the crazy in his eyes. Ooh.
What?
Wait, stop, yo.
For all, like,
a crazy cry.
You know? And the thing is this, I never mention him. I never make videos about him. This is the most I've ever mentioned him ever.
Stop.
If you harass me, I will take you to court. So that's on the table. Someone constantly come after you, dox your family and all of that. you will take it to court.
It's not. No, I think what this situation was, I felt like this person was unhinged mentally. They were going state to state, and they wanted to be in a tiff with me, and it was like, girl, we don't have a relationship. We don't have a tiff. There's and even today in court, he did a mental breakdown cry. It was like a crazy cry.
What?
He cried and walked off and ran off. I'm like, oh, here's that crazy. You could see the crazy in his eyes. Ooh.
While he
At
was
that moment, I
crying in
knew.
court.
Because he was talking about his sister and this and that. And I'm like, oh, here's this crazy again. You know? And the thing is this, I never mentioned him. I never make videos about him. This is the most I've ever mentioned him ever.
I'm not.
He had no proof, no evidence of nothing because I don't mention you. And the judge said, hey, it looked like Armon may have tried to talk to you at one point in 2023. But what I noticed is he stopped contact with you and you proceeded contact with him years and years later. You wrote him a letter at the Diddy trial. You went into the bathroom in Miami. You were surveillancing him at the club. You're crazy. You're weird. Give him 100 yards and 2 years of it.
Also, someone he did say he knew somebody going to the Bali trip. Are you concerned about your trip in Bali?
This nigga said crazy cry.
Okay. What about someone did wanted me to ask you about the judge change? Was that with so how did that go when y'all had one judge and another judge showed up?
I'm not gonna let you do it.
I don't know how that went. I just walked in there and God just had opened the door for a new judge.
Okay.
That anti-slap he bragged about, dismissed on arrival.
Yeah.
That vexatious litigation, yes, dismissed. He got online and bragged, oh, I slapped Armon, and he put everybody in that email and wanted everybody to know and had everybody jumping online. And, you know, because motherfuckers got loud and was crashing out and was talking big shit, you did all that to lose. I don't have to run and do all that talking, bitch. I let my money and my business and my moves talk. See, a lot of you bitches got to really y'all do all that ripping and running and talking. I sat back.
Armon is like some type of gay gangster, like a gangster gay. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. It's crazy though, bro. Like it's crazy. Like, it's crazy. Like he like, you know what I mean? Like the epitome of I know admit. I mean, I really get that from Armon. You know what I mean? It's just like how it's just odd saying that in the same thing. It's like, hey. Oh, God.
Collected my information. See, I didn't need to do that for you too. I was going through some things. I went through a crazy relationship breakup. I got sick and I was fighting this court case.
So, speaking of sick, literally, I just came down with a cold yesterday and I just fought this thing out of my nose was wow. But it came out right before the live, so praise the Lord. And I'm constantly fighting allergies. So yeah, this is horrible, Armon. I'm so sorry to hear that. So that guy, Armon broke up with his boyfriend, and they were together for like years. They were together for a long time. That's really sad. And I can't even quite picture what the guy looks like. I feel like he did a really good job of like hiding him.
And you too. I was going through some things. I went through a crazy relationship breakup. I got sick and I was fighting this court case.
Like what? What did he say?
And I had to sit there and watch this man trash me, team up, try to drain me of my money. He literally sat there and filed a bunch of frivolous motions after motions after motions after motions after motions to try and stall the hearing.
And why?
For more court dates and more court dates. He kept prolonging, trying to prolong the court date.
Like, okay.
He was running from that hearing.
I would never do that.
See, y'all didn't see that part.
I was raised so different.
He kept trying to file paperwork so that we wouldn't start the hearing. And
well, and he totally knew what he was doing by doing that. Like, he was literally saying on his channel that he was like, yeah, he's gonna bleed you dry. Like he's mentioned such things like, yeah, he's gonna keep on because he knows what he's doing. He knows how to manipulate the court system. And I mean, he's literally said that the problem that I see, the biggest issue that I see here is that just all the talking. Like he's just talked a bit too much. So and that's what I see. So like he even said it himself that the judge saw like a stream that he did. And so then he's like, accounting that to why he lost. So we're going to actually take a look at what Donut even says. And when you're looking at this is really crazy. This is like,
in an attempt to fatigue the judge and the lawyers and my wallet. So ultimately, I rescind, give up. Then he come online and bolster as if he beat me and AKA bullied me in court. Well, listen, Donut, who bullied who? I guess we'll never know because you can't mention me. Shut up. I don't care what you think.
To clear it up, he can't mention, if he mentions you, what is the consequence if he were to mention you tonight or mention you in the future?
He violates. That's a criminal charge.
Okay.
It's a criminal offense.
Even if he uses nicknames, is that a violation as well? Because he loves saying nicknames as well without saying like, your name.
We'll have to look into that. I don't know exactly. He can try.
So it's looking like they're giving him about 17 days. Shout out to Dorsey Source. Darcy says that like they're going back to court on the 18th. And so they're giving him approximately 2 weeks to like snap and talk about him. And it does look like he will. It does look like he won't be able to sustain not talking about Armon for 2 weeks. He's not gonna be. He's literally already talked about him, but he says that he's not saying his name. He's like, I could talk about my court case and this and this and that. So yeah, I think they're playing off of his own. Like you can see that there is a mental instability there as it pertains to this subject, bro. This is not.
I don't think he should.
Can't deny it.
Listen, I'll have my people on standby. We'll contact his probation or we'll contact the authorities.
Absolutely.
At this point, I think everybody knows that I'm not fucking playing with him. So if he wants to go back to jail, play with me.
Yeah, I think he just wants to be away.
And also, too, Tasha lost in court, Milagro lost, and you won.
So that's where I stopped because, I love Wiley, so I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything against Wiley. I just think I'll say things to help. I think Wiley, you need to have some good questions on standby for Armon for in case he comes back on your show to talk about this situation again. So you just want to think about those questions and just kind of have them readily available for yourself. All right, so now, oh gosh, now we're gonna listen to Donut's entire. It's not an entire anything. I made clips of what I found interesting to hear about, and then like whatever with everything else. That's on his Twitch for you to see. Here's the thing. I'm gonna have to start with this. Okay, I'm gonna have to start with this one, Donut, and it's actually the last one. I'm gonna have to start with this one.
Said to watch my back, I'm gonna get jumped. And actually that happened.
Listen to what he's gonna say. First of all, I have to say that I love Donut's hair like this. I love the hair. I literally told him that he should wear his hair. I said it a long time ago. You should wear it out and wild. I don't know exactly how out and wild it should have been though, but I said that because I saw like a lion in him. Yeah. So I love the hair like that. But, and then when I'm looking at him though, like, he's so unhinged. He's so unhinged. So it's like the best of him cannot protrude because there's something. Gosh, I am not sure. I'm not sure if the whole thing is just going to overtake him or what. But he has to come to Jesus about it. Anyways, so in this clip, just notice and realize that he's going to say, he's literally going to say that he is willing to stalk and hurt someone if necessary. I'm sorry, but you said it, not me.
None of this mattered to the court because, again, yesterday that judge was done with me. Plus, she seen me drag the fuck out of her line saying she ain't watching. Yes, the fuck you did. You did. I drugged the fuck out of you. Okay? Hey, in a time of war, don't tell me how to respond. Don't tell me how to fucking act. Okay,
I know,
bitch? If
I
you're
know,
warring
I
with
know,
me, you might well put some horns on my head. The minute that war is over with, damn, they're not cool as fuck, you know? And when I say put horns on my head, no, I'm not gonna stalk, harass, unalive, assault, like batter people unjustifiably, you know?
Unjustifiably. You cannot ever justify stalking, harass, or battering someone, though not. You can't ever justify that, because look at the actions that you're saying: stalking, harass, and batter. See, none of those coexist with defense or defending yourself. Those are all accostations. Like, you're all talking about accosting someone. You said that. I thought you said kill. So I'm sorry about that. I recant that if I said that, but I thought you said kill.
You know?
And I think, honestly, what you said is enough. What you did say is enough.
That's not my skilo.
Unjustifiably. Who are you? You're not.
Assault, like.
That's your problem, bro. Maybe you're one of these people who thinks that you are a god or whatever. It doesn't matter. There could be 10,000 of gods, but there is only one Father in heaven, right? God of all, right? The Father of Jesus Christ. Yeah, his dad. Like, that's it. That's it. That's it. And before you even go to his Father, you must come to the Son, Jesus Christ. Every demon will stand down to the name Jesus Christ, and every knee will bow to our Lord and Savior in the end. And I don't know why you would wait that long when it's like a lot of people, a lot of you all are getting beat up spiritually so bad. This is a knockout, drag out fight. And you think that you're like battling demons and all this stuff and all this stuff. No. Like, it's you. Like, you're fighting yourself, bro. It's yourself, because none of these battles are ours. Every demon will stand down to the name Jesus Christ. So you, and I said this before, I said you like battling demons. Now I'm speaking of you particular and specifically, not every or in general. You said before that you liked it. So it's like, so they're going to keep on. They're going to keep on, and they're going to wear you out. And prayerfully, you'll have like a breath left in you to be like, please, Jesus Christ, help me. You're going to keep on playing around, and you don't even know if you're going to have a breath left for you to even call on him. Like, this is why I'm doing a live stream, because I actually see a person that, Donut, you know what? Aside from all this creepy crap that you're doing to Armon, I like you. I like you. I think you're very talented. I don't like sin. I don't like demons. I don't like evil crap. And I just think that, again, I saw a person that's battling demons, but then you say you like battling them. So it's like, wow, we're just going to watch this knockout, drag out fight until he calls on the Lord. The Lord comes in there and wins. You know what I mean? It's just like sad. It is actually sad. But going back to what you said.
In my head, no, I'm not going to stalk, harass, unalive, assault, like a batter.
Oh, you did say it. You said unalive. You said unalive. Now listen to this, Donut. This is a problem, babe. This is a problem.
Like a batter people unjustifiably.
So you think, so now I'm feeling like this was good that Armon got the restraining order, because now he's saying that he may have a justifiable reason to stalk, batter, or unalive people.
Unjustifiably, you know?
No, let's go back.
In my head, no, I'm not going to stalk, harass, unalive, assault, like a batter people unjustifiably, you know?
You're not going to stalk, batter, harass, unalive people. unjustifiably. This is scary. This is creepy. Now look at this. Now look at what's going on in the freeze frame. You think, see, this is not about a team Donut or a team Armon. I rebuke every demon in the name of Jesus Christ. Do you understand that? That's whose team I'm on. Period. Period. You hate the sin and not the sinner. So I don't hate Donut. I'm looking at something overtake this man. It's protruding in his face. Darcy saw it in his eyes. He's just admitted that he will unalive, stalk, batter, whatever. He just won't do it unjustifiably. This has to stop. This has got to be interventionable.
You might well put some horns on my head. The minute that war is over with,
okay,
damn,
baby,
not cool as fuck, you know? And when I say put horns on my
and look, my family just came on, so I'm probably gonna have to go soon too. Thank you so much for joining me towards these swords. I love you both.
My head, no, I'm not gonna stalk, harass, unalive, assault people, like a batter people unjustifiably, you know?
Okay, so
that's not my skilo. It's not. So this case, instead
I
of
just had to make sure that you all heard that, and Donut needs to hear that. And so again, I said that he was talking too much. I think this is the whole issue with podcasting, period. And you know, here's the thing, right? You need to be a kind of person that is solid, right? You got to be solid and of good moral compass. Oh my gosh. So now he's going to start harassing me. But why? How is he able to do that? I thought that I put this on Do Not Disturb. So my son's home. So I'm not going to be able to be on here much longer. Let me see. So anyway, and that's why I'm so glad I played that one first. Damn it, man. We may have to come back to this.
Stated that a certain individual named Tiffany Davis, if that's her government name, provided the court.
So this is more like
information
and I'm gonna get up
about
and greet everybody. Yeah. This is more just about like them railroading him in court. Which they absolutely they did. This is so funny though, and I had to show you guys this because this is funny because Donut was saying how he doesn't have any black friends. Remember, he said this before on YouTube and on Twitch. He doesn't have any black friends. He doesn't like black people. He doesn't deal with black people. And then so that's a bias, prejudice. That's a prejudice, right? And then he says that, oh yes, and God bless you too, Darcy Sauce. I didn't see the end where it says sending blessings. Aw. Yes, may the Lord bless you too, Darcy. And so let me see. Oh yes, and God bless you too. Yes. And so it's so funny that he would just be like, this is really loud. Is my mic too loud, guys? Wow, sorry about that. So it's funny how he would be so shocked that he would see like that he's being shown prejudice in court. He's like, these black ganged up on me. But you just said that you have a prejudice against your own people as being like friends and in your life. I don't understand why people. It's just kind of like if you listen to yourself, then you can kind of see if you could just ever put yourself in another person's shoes and then take yourself outside of the situation and look in. Be brave enough to look in. Be brave enough to take. Let me make sure I can be heard since I turned the Yeah. Be brave enough to look in, right? And to take criticism so that you can like get to the real root of things. And like a lot of times, we're the ones that are standing in our own ways. It's nobody else.
The case, so third-party information, how far, how extensive it go, is that the first time? I don't know. The judge did, in fact, address that. But I want to make it very, very clear. Take this, timestamp it, 8:13 p.m. on January the 3rd, 2026. This is a double agent that does everything to try to get attention from me. So yesterday and today, there was a specific individual during the hearings that identified themselves as somebody that worked with LAPD. I told the clerk that that person might be a troll, might be somebody recording. You know, it sounded like a man and a woman in the background, somebody recording. And the voice did sound familiar. And I will tell you, it did sound like she. I'm not saying it's her, but it sounded like her. So this individual has been working in contingent with the plaintiff, his attorneys, sending information to the courts, probably the clerks and everybody else too, just to get some attention. So this person, based upon yesterday, me feeling like and thinking that I heard her, was there yesterday. And then this post was posted today in reference to me. When you called the court and heard that loud fool in the background, the fact is started at 1, told them he like a run-on sentence, totally useless, shake my head, but it's not resolved by 4:30 p.m. Then it will be continued. Shake my head. I'm sure his goal, anything to stall time, shake my head. Okay, so with this message of this person admitting that they're calling the clerk or calling the court, calling in on the virtual live stream today, and me seeing people there that I'd invite in and I don't know who they are and they never showed their face, I believe that somebody was there and may have recorded the entire hearing from yesterday and today. And I'm gonna just say this. If y'all did, if y'all, whoever got it and released that shit, I did not record it, but I'm going to give commentary on top of it. I want to make that very crystal clear that I'm going to give commentary on top of any videos, any information that might be released. Somebody is saying that somebody is dropping names of content creators that, you know, y'all know who I'm talking about or y'all suspecting. And by the way, according to this judge, you know, you can sub people all day and their audience can know that you're subbing them, that person, and their audience can know that they're targeting you. But for some reason, this court, Holly Hancock, who don't understand how social media works, said that I can get subbed or people can get subbed all the fucking time. So as long as you don't say nobody's name directly, even if the audience and the reasonable person knows exactly who I'm talking about, then guess what? It's not a violation or nothing. So bitch, I ain't fucking prohibited from saying a motherfucking thing. Okay,
Yo,
a
that
motherfucking
is so
thing.
crazy, bro.
As far as when it
You
comes to
like,
my case and dancing around
crazy,
certain
bro.
names. For now, again,
It is
for
crazy,
now.
bro.
So like I said, yesterday, Jasmine Mine testifying, lying, bringing in factual allegations that are straight lies about herself, her assistant who's not there.
Oh, I was supposed to drop the link. Okay. I mean, and yeah, because I really just needed to make sure that I have played that. I don't know if I have time to be dropping links for that. Oh. No, you didn't. Oh my gosh, he's about to try to find something to open the door. Stop. Wait. This is ridiculous. This don't make no sense. Let me see. This one now. Yeah,
Me personally, now that, you know,
room.
people always fear somebody's name attached to them, bitch, you ain't getting paid not a dime. That shit is invalid and void, motherfucker. I filed a notice of appeal yesterday on 1/29/2026. Oh, the clerk rejected it. Okay. But I got proof that I filed it before a bench trial was concluded and a final judgment issued. Like, the court don't even have jurisdiction. Didn't even have jurisdiction for me to show my evidence, for y'all to testify, for me to testify, for none of that. That shit got to go back according to what I understand about appeals and what I can break down as a matter of law. No matter how many pages, 7,000 pages, these motherfuckers filed against me, my motions are buried in every little thing compared to all of this they said.
Yeah, but this is why you got to let it go, because it's just like you said. It's according to everything as far as you know as a matter of law. But you went there for everything you know is a matter of law, and none of that worked out to your favor. Like, again, we are witnessing a time where we are literally watching our like rights be pulled away from us, don't I? And you're on like a small end of it, but it's very contrary, because it's like you're like fighting against in order to stay away from something. This is not admirable. You know what I mean? It's not admirable. And but in any event, you've seen the play, like you said, so that's not gonna work. I don't understand why file a second motion. Let me just go ahead and do this then, just in case he is watching. And then I'm gonna get out of here. Yeah, because I don't understand why file another motion and fight. Why are you fighting this? Just stay away from him. Just stay away from him. Like, I would be horrified. I would be horrified if I had gone to get a restraining order against someone and then like filing motions and appeals so that they could stay in my life. Yeah, that's really scary.
Did not matter. All because Holly
Very
Hancock gave a fuck about how I made her feel dumb because she don't know fucking law. And then how I made her feel like a piece of shit, schooling her ass, letting her know, hey, okay, this is how the case gonna go. And now you got clerks rejecting filings, pointing at this. I done been through all of that, motherfucker. At the end of the day, at the end of the goddamn day, the clerk is not the judge. Okay? Whether I electronically file it or go and demand that they file it in person, they got to give me a stamp and let the judge say and do whatever they want to do. Okay, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Them clerks are messy and low vibrational. And mind you, the clerk, I don't know if it's the same clerk in that courtroom. Could be, since she on the phone like smoking mama.
All right, so that's that one. Let me see here. One, two. So we got the Will Stalk. We got that one. Here's another one.
I'm going to continue to exercise that right.
Oh my God.
No matter what. We just got to avoid saying people's names. I have a right to cover my own case. People are speaking about my case. I have a right to lay down my foundation. I have personal knowledge about my case. Am I supposed to just let an internet narrative run on that everybody believe this because one person can talk about?
No. I think, of course, yeah, he's involved. So yeah, he has a right to talk about it. I just think that the issue is, why are you making it a case? It's very weird. It's very icky. It's very to like be fighting to stay in someone's life when they just don't want you in it. That's the problem. But it's the same situation with Keep On starting the YouTube channels, and they're saying YouTube said, hey, we don't want you here. You know what I mean? It's just like it's sad, but it's like it's so so it does look like you are obsessed with Armon. It is look that. How could anyone rationally look at this any other way? The normal human being are, you get told, you get turned down, that's it. It's over. Like, these are things. This is the thing about this is that really triggers me, and why it even got my attention in the first place is because it's like and I understand why these things happen, right, in the first place, but it's like dating, right, which is like a bad idea. But you got to find somebody somehow, and if you're not, being raised to get an arranged marriage in any event. But why is it that you can't leave someone alone, right? It's like it's certain women. Yeah, you just can't leave a relationship, right? It's always got to be like somebody trying to put you through double hockey sticks. You know what I mean? Restraining orders. I can't even say. That is like real. That is real for me, bro. Like, I don't even want to like bring up any of those kinds of things. So that's frustrating, because I don't think anybody should have the right to stop someone from doing something they want to do or living a kind of way they want to live, especially when it's their space. It's like telling someone, hey, you can't leave this relationship. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's all right. And it just drives me a little crazy to think that that people like that exist, that feel like they have a right to stay in your life when you're saying, no, that's it. I'm done with this situation. I've made a mistake, or whatever the case may be, or I've changed my mind, or da da da. Like, that's not right, bro. You don't have a right to stick around if someone is done with the situation. You move on. And what also happens is when you don't, you are missing out on what is for you. You could have the whole lottery waiting to win around that corner with your last 50 cents. I literally won the lottery on my birthday and I had no money. And I searched my couch over and I found 50 cents, 2 quarters, and I won $150. That, first of all, from 50 cents, that is a win, 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 win. 150. I don't know how many times, bro. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I had no money. You didn't even want to know how I was living then. That 50 cents was like $5, and that $150 was like $1,500. Okay? I'm just saying. But like, if I just sat and moped and like, oh, I don't have any money, it's my birthday. What if I didn't look for those 2 quarters, bro? What if I couldn't move on from that point? You gotta move on from this point, man. Move on from YouTube, man. Move on from Armon, man. Come on, man. It's crazy.
The case plus that other individual, and the other one is just limited to talking about the case. That's not constitutionally correct. We got to fix that. So I can talk about the case, and I'm gonna continue to talk about the case. And me talking about the case, I want everybody to know that I'm gonna continue to talk about the case. We can't use said people's name. And it's so crazy how people are scared to have their name attached to you and go to trial court and deal with a judge who is completely incompetent and don't do motion practices. And then you have 2 criminal defense attorneys who are in criminal court. And criminal defense attorneys, they don't fucking file motions. And y'all got 7,000 pages of bullshit. Focus on vexatious litigant. Y'all spent so much time focused on that yesterday. And I argued down with the court how it was irrelevant. And the judge completely ignored it yesterday. But today, now that the damage is done and the prejudice is done, she want to get up there and say, oh yeah, we're not dealing with the vexatious litigant. I don't need to judicially notice this. Bitch, you don't need to judicially notice what? About an argument that you allow in the court. You allowed them to talk about litigation. You allowed them to talk. You allowed them to prejudice me in front of your honor. I mean, it'd be different if it was a jury trial, because that's people who don't know what the fuck litigation is. And then the judge, and I'm hoping and praying that it was recorded, because y'all see the judge saying, oh, I see why you're vexatious. Ma'am, I'm defending myself. The Supreme Court in John versus Superior Court, I can file whatever I want to file. That white woman on December the 18th told Jasmine that, and she continued to argue that because she knew or had a reason to know that that judge wasn't going to be there, and it was going to be your black ass, who I believe got a 3rd-degree connection, and ignored all the
See, that's that bullshit right there. You know what I'm saying? So this is crazy. So I don't know if he said it already. I know he will say it, but they're showing him prejudice and all this and that. Why did you listen to how you talking? You know what? It kind of sounds like that he got a bit of a taste of his own medicine. It does sound like that. It does. Oh, no. That, or they beat you at your own game. Yeah.
Motions. If that was the case, you know, because I have fun with motion practice, bitch. I know the law. I know my rights. I love, like me, I would rather my name in the higher courts, because see, you don't get published in the court, in the trial court. Well, I'm going to tell you why. Because the trial court is just the beginning, baby.
So you're reminding me of my son now, in a way. So you are like, you're not given enough battles to fight in life, or you can't notice the ones that are already around you. So you're going to have to pick them. Then you have to start them. So you're going to start the battle. You're going to create it. You're going to, because this is the battle that I want. That's not how it works. You just because you're creating this battle doesn't mean that the other ones aren't going to come. They're not going to be there for you. Like, this is bad. This is bad. Again. These demons or this demon is wearing you out. But you still got a lot of energy left. You're like, hey man.
It's just the beginning. You fucking with somebody who knows how to file an appeal, who knows how to file writs, who knows how to get past the appeals court to go to the Supreme Court if needed, who knows how to get past the Supreme Court and go to the federal courts if needed. If you honestly thought that securing a fraudulent, frivolous judgment against me at the trial court was the end of your problem with a fake billing talking about $40,000, Jasmine, bitch, you're not worth $40,000. You took a picture with your pussy out underneath your sign. Ain't nobody paying you that. But for you, you just want your name next to, the plaintiff with this enormous fee so that you can somehow become a celebrity attorney. That's what this is about for you. Judges ignored declarations, said that she granted the restraining order because she felt like, oh, you might not have hit him when he was stalking you on December the 29th wearing all black with a black ski mask and gloves. Oh, he might have said that you threatened him in the bathroom, but there's nothing to substantiate that at all. Nothing. Me. On the same day, there's Ariel Mitchell Kidd, a licensed attorney in Florida.
I know. I just want to say shout out to the Wiley Show really quickly. Guys, where are we? Media assets. Here we go. Yeah. Because from what I can hear and see so far, Wiley is the only person winning in this situation. Yeah. Donat has lost his channel more than once. Armon has lost $80,000 just trying to get a peace of mind. Donat is seeming to be losing his mind. And Wiley, we're getting it all, man. We're getting it all. I just had to say that. Shout out to the Wiley Show.
The plaintiff was following me around and sitting next to me in court hearings. But you got an order because the judge thought that I would do something to you in the future when you was stalking me and following me around the court before you even ever filed any petition. So now you want to file litigation against me and think that I'm going to deliberately do something that's not beyond the scope of that's beyond the scope of me exercising my First Amendment so that you can get it granted. Picture it. No restraining order. A licensed attorney saw this guy following me around the court and declared under the penalty of perjury. And let's not forget, I got the recording and this judge was rushing me, literally rushing me. All of that is prejudice. I couldn't even play the recording of Ariel Mitchell talking about it.
Stop it. You stop it now. You stop it right now. Now, did y'all hear him say all of that is prejudice? If he said this black judge and this, that, and that. What are you talking about? This is why I said that it's sort of like you are, not that they gave you, right? But you're getting like your own medicine back, bro. Sometimes, you know what they say about rejection? You don't understand how this even looks to free PC. You're not looking at this situation. All right. So say like for me in advance, right? The reason why I got my particular attention, because I told you I stopped watching Armon long ago. It was this situation that was brought to my attention, I think, by like watching Wiley, that you're like, this whole thing with Armon. Now, I'm a woman who has been stalked, who has been like not allowed to leave a relationship. What? You can leave a marriage if you want. Nobody has a right to do that. So, as you can imagine, there's other brown women that have gone through this thing. And you're literally going to court to fight against a restraining order, to fight against someone making a stand saying that they do not want this person making contact with them. That is crazy, bro. Like, if you know law, and you got to know the statistics and the amount of women that go through having to fight for their right just to be away, just to leave relationships. And now it's getting so bad with, like, I can't say it, I don't want to say it on the thing, but trafficking persons, that you can't even, like, this is crazy. This is crazy. In a time like this, it's like you're prideful about being caught up in this kind of situation is really unbelievable. It's something else.
The judge don't want to look at declarations and documentation. Ignore the declaration of Eno TV. Ignore the declaration of my.
It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter. You need to go. You just need to be like, all right, fine. Restraining order. It's fine. It's done. Move around him. Move around him. It's only 100 yards. Now, it may be worse. It may be worse. It may be worse when you guys go back to court.
My friend, just ignore so much substantial evidence.
I can guarantee you are going to try and make it worse. They're going to use all of this. And I mean, you know this too, Dona, because you even said that the new judge that they got. See, you said something that, I don't know if we're going to play it here, if I'm going to have enough time, but you say something like, you were preparing for a white judge. And then you're complaining about prejudice, people showing you prejudice. That's so weird. Who does that in life? Who wakes up in their day and prepares to deal with a certain kind of person? You're putting I'm sorry, maybe because you don't have the armor of God. All right then. In any event, so what usually happens is in life is when you get ready for your day, you're preparing for the world. That's all kinds of persons, all kinds of situations. Like, you zeroed in prejudicially on a person, on a subject, on a thing, the same way you did to Armon, the same way you're doing to this YouTube platform, and you're harping on it and you won't let it go. And so then you're missing, and you missed those darts and arrows and things that they threw, and they caught you up. And then now it's like you're thinking, it's like you're just falling more and more and more into this abyss, the Armon abyss. It's crazy.
All because I made her feel, I didn't make her feel good. I didn't stroke her ego.
So that's that for that. And let me see here. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna add that to the stage. And you know what? I got some other stuff too. I got something I wanted to do in the intermedium. Yeah. Does this not have sound? All right, cool. That's fine. Play this one. There's the one I like. I gotta hurry up. I'm just making it entertaining. Wait. What's gonna be cool for this? All right, that's cool. All right, 1 second.
Randomly showed up at Sylvia's Soul Food in Harlem. Are we talking about that? Are we talking about when taking pictures with me smiling from ear to ear? Are we talking about putting on all black ski masks coming while you got a restraining order pending harassing me in clubs? So this was a psyop. This was a black woman psyop against a black man. And they had no problem with it at all. And they should be ashamed of themselves as defense attorneys to not understand certain things.
Now, I agree. Now, when you say, I mean, I agree from what your knowledge of it is. And I mean, it sounds, and from the way you explain it, it does sound like they, even when you talked about the clerk, it being like a setup from the top. Here's the thing though. People don't really care. Because, there was actually an online petition to get you off of the internet, so there's something's got to be right there. It's a documentary that somebody did, something's got to be in there that's true, right? The fact that here again, we saw that YouTube took your channel down and then you got back on YouTube. YouTube knows what's going on. There's certain groups of people that work for YouTube that are assigned to each channel to suppress certain content. They're all tracked by numbers. I have 4 channels. I've been doing this for a couple of years, and most of it is experimental. Well, most of it was experimental to see, because you need to see about like the numbers and like what's going on with the viewership, like where is it going? So I have done things like put in Google my channel, put in Google the channel's name, and you'd be surprised where all this kind of stuff goes. And I've actually went back and tried to stop these things and trace them all down. So all of this stuff is done with the channel that is called Reality Rewind. That has just been a real database to see what YouTube is doing with our content, and 100% shadow ban is real. But I think we already know that by now. And so here's the thing. I said all that to say that they 100% know that you're on YouTube now. They 100% knew that you were on YouTube then. The fact that you were monetizable, like you were back on here and they were paying you money, and then you still showed up for court to sue them is crazy. Like, why would you do that? It's like the gall and the nerve, and then yet you're complaining about people in the judicial system that have the gall and the nerve. You don't see how this is kind of suitable for you, for your actions. You know what I'm saying? It's because you should have stopped then. You should have stopped then when they monetized the channel. Then you could have stayed on. You could have been talking about Armon. You could have been talking about AT2. Whatever the case may be.
You understand what I'm saying? So, today I was nice to the judge because I was like, in my head, I'm like, well, this whole bench trial is going to go back because I filed the notice of appeal. I got the proof of when I filed it. They denied it because of this and this. You think I'm supposed to sit around and wait for the presiding judge to wait months and weeks? Or shit, the presiding judge can even wait until the statute of limitation for me to file an appeal expires so that it cancels out my appeal. This is why a defendant has a right to file an appeal and it doesn't constitute as new litigation because they're filing the new litigation to defend themselves. You want me to think that it's right that I submit documents and wait for the presiding judge. This is what the clerks are doing. These bitches are ghetto fucking bitches at this courthouse. The same clerk that tried to tell me law on December the 18th. These are the same bitches that's rejecting my filing, my notice of appeal. I can't control that. You didn't want to give me a file stamp because you know that today was the hearing, and you know if I would have got a file stamp on that this hearing wouldn't have occurred. That's why you're rejecting my shit. So I got all of these clerks. Like, and mind you, I'm so fucking smart, I see all of this shit. That's why the clerks rejected it. But I got this timestamp evidence of the rejection that came through and the timestamp when I filed it. And doctrine of equitable tolling is going to go back to when I filed it. And I filed the notice of appeal before the judge made a final judgment. And there's case law provided that the notice of appeal stays all hearings on the merits, which includes testimony, exhibits, everything. So today it just really felt like an opportunity for me to finally let something go. Okay? You know?
Well, then let it go. No. You really have to let it go. I don't see that. I don't see that you really let it go. So that's all I have for today on that situation. Guys, don't forget to like this video, share this video, and subscribe. Subscribe to the next Gaslit News. Ugh. I mean, I think that's all I got to say. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. I said it all during the video. Wiley's winning. Donut is losing his freaking mind. And if you care, then you got to talk to him about giving his life to the one and only Jesus Christ. And yeah. And you can too today. All right, guys. I'll see you next time. Seriously, you can. I mean, I'm not being facetious or anything like that.